For decades, Subic Bay was a place of quiet commerce and fading memories, its deep harbor a relic of American naval power. Tourists came for its beaches, cargo ships for its docks, and the echoes of war faded into the background. But on August 15, 2025, that quiet is shattered. Subic's waters churn with military vessels from several nations, transforming the sleepy port into a global flashpoint. The change began with new agreements and rapid upgrades, old piers repaired, warehouses repurposed, and warships arriving in force. Philippine frigates, American destroyers, and French warships now share the bay with local fishing boats. Subic's revival is more than a military buildup, it's a realignment of power in the Indo-Pacific. Its location, once vital in the Cold War, is now critical in a new era of competition. To the west, the contested South China Sea. To the north, Taiwan, a potential flashpoint for regional stability. Subic Bay is no longer just a port, it's a forward operating base on the front line of a new geopolitical contest. The world is watching because the stakes are high. This revival is a calculated move by the Philippines and its allies to deter aggression and defend the international order. But it also brings risks, placing the Philippines at the center of potential conflict between major powers. The quiet port, once a symbol of peace, is now a magnet for military attention. Subic's awakening is a sign of turbulent times, a physical manifestation of 21st century tensions. The bay's transformation is both a warning and a statement. The era of quiet is over. Subic Bay stands as a symbol of the new realities shaping the region. To understand Subic Bay's importance, we must look to its past. For nearly a century, it was America's bastion in the Pacific, a sprawling naval hub and symbol of U.S.-Philippine alliance. During the Cold War, the 7th Fleet projected power from here, supporting wars and deterring adversaries. The base was an economic engine, providing jobs and shaping the city of Olongapo. But the relationship was complex, marked by debates over sovereignty and reminders of colonial history. In 1991, two forces converged. Mount Pinatubo's eruption devastated the base, and a surge of nationalism led the Philippine Senate to end the U.S. military presence. The last American sailors departed in 1992, and Subic fell silent. Local leaders transformed the base into the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, a model of economic reinvention. Barracks became hotels, shipyards turned commercial, and the runways welcomed civilian flights. For 3 decades, Subic traded warships for cargo ships, military drills for eco-tours. But as regional tensions rose, the quiet would not last. The bay's history of transformation set the stage for its latest rebirth. Subic's story is one of adaptation, shaped by the tides of geopolitics. Subic Bay in 2025 is a far cry from its commercial port days. Change began quietly, more Philippine Navy visits, then government investments to upgrade infrastructure. Old piers were dredged, fuel depots modernized, and communications overhauled. The pace quickened with international partners. American engineers arrived under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. Subic became a key site, hosting a steady rotation of foreign warships, American, Japanese, French. These weren't just visits, they were exercises in logistics and interoperability. The former Hanjin shipyard, once at risk of Chinese acquisition, was taken over by an American firm and repurposed for military readiness. The focus shifted to supporting Allied naval operations and maintaining readiness. The return of military activity created demand for skilled labor, reviving local employment. Training programs now prepare workers for the high standards of modern naval maintenance. Subic is again an economic driver, but now its fortunes are tied to regional security. The bay is a bustling hub of strategic activity, its transformation complete. Subic's rebirth is about more than hardware, it's about people, skills, and a new sense of purpose. The Quiet Bay is now a linchpin in the Indo-Pacific security landscape. Subic Bay's revival is a direct response to rising tensions in Southeast Asia. The South China Sea dispute is central. China's sweeping claims and militarized islands threaten Philippine sovereignty. Subic provides a staging ground for patrols and a base for Allied operations. Its proximity to Taiwan, less than 200 nautical miles, makes it vital for monitoring and potentially interdicting Chinese naval movements. The goal: deterrence. By pre-positioning forces, the Philippines and the U.S. signal readiness to respond to aggression. Subic's deep-water port is a key node in a network of alliances, allowing rapid crisis response and dispersal of forces. The bay's revival also strengthens alliances. reaffirming the US-Philippine Treaty and drawing in partners like Japan, Australia, and France. Multinational exercises build trust and interoperability, ensuring a coordinated response if crisis erupts. Subic Bay is now the embodiment of collective defense in the region. Its strategic value lies in geography, infrastructure, and the alliances it anchors. Subic is where deterrence and diplomacy converge on the Indo-Pacific stage. To grasp Subic Bay's value, compare it to other regional naval ports. Singapore's Changi Naval Base is advanced but limited by space. Vietnam's Cam Ranh Bay is strategic but constrained by non-alignment policies. Subic offers a unique mix, a world-class natural harbor, vast land for expansion, and substantial legacy infrastructure. The former QB Point Air Station adds air operations potential. What sets Subic apart is its political context. The Philippines' strong alliance with the US allows for deep military cooperation. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement provides a legal framework for a rotational American presence and joint facility development. Subic is not just a port of call, but a genuine forward operating site. Its location offers access to both the South China Sea and Luzon Strait, two major flashpoints. Geography, infrastructure, and political alignment make Subic a strategic giant in Southeast Asia. In the Indo-Pacific chessboard, Subic is a critical piece. Subic Bay's resurgence is a multinational effort, with each player pursuing its own interests. The Philippines, facing pressure in the South China Sea, has shifted decisively back toward its alliance with Washington. Reviving Subic is about survival, modernizing the armed forces and ensuring the country isn't left alone. For the US, Subic's return is a strategic boon, enhancing its ability to project power and respond to crises. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement enables a strong forward presence without permanent bases. France, with Pacific territories, has increased its presence. French warships conduct joint patrols and exercises. Japan, facing its own maritime disputes, deepens security ties, providing patrol vessels and exploring further cooperation. New agreements with partners like Australia create a layered defense posture. This web of alliances signals that aggression against the Philippines could trigger a coalition response. Subic Bay is the stage for a new era of multinational security cooperation. The players are diverse, but their goal is shared, a stable, secure region based on international rules. Subic's alliances are its greatest strength and its greatest risk. The Bay is now a symbol of collective resolve in the Indo-Pacific. The return of foreign forces to Subic Bay reignites the debate over Philippine sovereignty. The 1992 ouster of US bases was a declaration of independence. Now, American warships raise concerns about dependency. Critics argue that agreements like EDCA grant the US significant operational control, risking entanglement in foreign conflicts. The government frames the partnership as one of equals. EDCA sites remain under Filipino command, with all activities requiring Philippine consent. The goal: enhance, not surrender sovereignty by building credible defense. Yet the power imbalance is real. The US is a superpower, and Philippine interests could be overshadowed. The challenge is to leverage American support while retaining autonomy. This debate plays out in communities around Subic. Some welcome economic benefits, others fear social and environmental costs. The shared destiny of the Philippines and its allies is being forged here, but ensuring true partnership remains the central challenge. Subic's future depends on balancing security needs with national control. Subic Bay's strategic revival is meant to deter conflict, but it brings real risks. As a key node in the US defense network, Subic becomes a potential target in any regional conflict. Its proximity to flashpoints means little warning if hostilities break out. Entanglement is a constant risk. Critics warn that hosting foreign forces sacrifices neutrality and could make the Philippines a launching pad for war. The return of military activity brings social challenges, economic gains, but fears of old problems resurfacing. Maintaining local support is crucial for the alliance's sustainability. The greatest risk is miscalculation. Military buildups increase the chance of accidental escalation. Subic's role as a forward base puts it at the center of any crisis. The Philippines is betting that strength and alliances will prevent war, but the risk of provocation remains. Subic's future is a high-stakes gamble in a volatile region. Subic Bay's story is a lesson in how history, geography, and geopolitics shape a nation's destiny. Once a symbol of colonial power, then independence, Subic is now a front line in great power competition. The Philippines must balance security needs with the desire for sovereignty. The alliance with the US provides protection, but risks entanglement and loss of autonomy. Filipino leaders must manage this partnership to serve national interests first. The current model seeks strength without surrendering control, a delicate middle ground. Subic's fate is about more than warships. It's about the Philippines' future in a dangerous neighborhood. The choices made here will echo across the region, defining the balance between security, independence, and survival.